Hi Tarot friends, it's Jade here with Tarot Your Truth, and I am here with an October wrap-up video. So what have I been up to? What have I been studying this month? I haven't done a ton this month. I've been ill with different things, but in any case, I thought I would do a quick wrap up because even though I haven't done a lot, I feel like I have done some stuff. So anyway, I'll talk about my shopping trips first. I went to Spirit of Halloween. Oh, actually, I just realized I forgot something. I went to the Spirit of Halloween store and purchased a few things that I couldn't resist. One of those things is these pens, which I just love. Little skull pen. I love him. Another pen. Oh my god, it's so funny. Actually, I haven't seen if this stands up. No, it doesn't. Okay. Anyways, a little zombie. And this guy. Hopefully the light is not too bad here. But yeah, so those are cute, and I've been enjoying using those. So also from the Spirit of Halloween store, I purchased this beautiful, I don't know if you can see it actually. You can see the skull, the beginning of the skull is there. Got a lot of stuff on my desk here. So I bought this beautiful tablecloth or runner for my desk. I just put a white cloth underneath it, and it really pops. It has these beautiful roses, and then just the skull right in the center. I love it. And I bought another one for the top of my cubby, which I won't show because my room is my office is a bit of a mess right now. But I will show maybe once I get everything set up. The other thing I bought from the Spirit of Halloween store is this. So they had this tarot deck, which is an actual tarot deck with 78 cards, 22 majors, 56 minors. It is an actual full tarot deck. It's kind of kitschy, but it was $10. So what can I do? These are the backs. Sorry, I'm just gonna move things out of the way here. And I'm gonna apologize now because these are not in order. I won't show the whole thing. Maybe I'll do a walkthrough. Let's see here. Hopefully this is all in frame. Okay. I don't know that you can use this as an actual deck. It's kind of a fun deck. Some of them seem to make sense or follow the Rider-Waite Smith style, and then others I just can't figure out. So anyway, you've probably seen this, but I just thought it was fun. I might use this for some art. This is beautiful. Queen of Pentacles is a dryad. I might end up using this for some sort of art project or something at some point. Seven of Swords is cannibal. So they all have these keywords at the bottom. Okay, anyways, I won't show the rest of it. The devil is a demon. if anyone is interested in seeing a walkthrough, please let me know, and I will do that. Okay, sorry for the interruption. So I'm not going to do a full walkthrough of this deck, but if anyone is interested, then let me know, and I will be happy to do that. If you have this deck and you use it for readings or for something else, please let me know. I'd be interested. And look who's come to visit. Hey, puppy. Hi. Hey. I know. Yes, you're a good boy. Okay. Yes, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Oops, sorry. Okay, Bo. Enough. I'm busy. Pardon the mess here. Okay. So yes, that is my shopping trip to Spirit of Halloween. I had one more shopping trip. We have a third world bazaar that comes to visit every year, and I've purchased various things from there. It only comes for a few weekends every year, typically in October. I think this weekend may be the last weekend, but they'll often have different things from Thailand, India, different countries. And I bought this little guy last year, and this year I bought this little guy. He's a little yogi, hand carved. There's his feet. So that's going on my desk, and this guy, pardon my reach here. This little guy here. I adore elephants. Adore them. And I also bought an incense holder, which I didn't bring with me. It's in another room, so I'm gonna apologize for that. But anyways, it's a little brass. See little tusks, little brass elephant. Love him. So those are some of the things that I purchased. I was busy on the crafting front as well, and you guys will have seen, if you've watched my video before, you will have seen my knitted tarot cozy that I made, and I made a couple more. First one, this one is crocheted, and it houses my Solabusca deck. I love it. Little tassel. But I love it. So this one, like I said, is crocheted. It's not knit. And this is the most recent one. So I've not washed this or blocked it yet. So, sorry, I'm gonna try to get this in frame here. So this is made with, actually, sorry, I should talk about that. So this one here that I crocheted, I made with a ball of sock yarn, that commercial that my son bought me a few years ago, and I ended up not being able to use it for socks. It did only have one ball of it, and I would need more than that to make a pair of socks. I could have made two, but when I was looking for something, I thought this was a beautiful, colorful yarn that I could use. And I haven't blocked this one either. I'll have to do that. This one here is yarn that I spun myself. These are two different ones. So this was, oh sorry, no, it's not actually. It is, so it was a gradient. It's a baby, the colorful one is a baby alpaca gradient that went from the greens, yellow, orange, pinky red to blues to white. So I spun that up, and then there's a black yarn, which is a Jacob fleece, that again I spun myself, and then I applied the two together to make one single yarn. So that's why you can see that it's marled. So I haven't blocked this. I just finished this the other day, and once I block it, you know, this will straighten out. This will all straighten out as well. And I have to decide whether I want to put buttons here or just leave the tags. Right now, this is hiding. This is holding my Goddess Oracle deck. So there is that. And then I made one more, which is this one here. I love this one. So again, it is different. I keep experimenting with different closures, and this is just closed with a jump ring, and this my fingers don't want to work right now. So this may not stay. Okay, there we go. Okay, anyways, it's just held temporarily right now with a couple of jump rings. I'll probably put a button that these ribbons can be tied around. But again, this is yarn that I spun myself, and actually, this is the same gradient from here. This was, and you can see this one actually had some purple in it as well, and more of the green. So when I finished, I did this one first. I finished with the flap on the green, and that's where it started here with the green, and then it carried through to the other colors. So eventually this would have gone, the next one would have been back to purple. Anyway, so those were just fun. Like I said, I've been experimenting with the different closures and whatnot. Yeah, so those are the ones I've made. I was trying to see if I thought I had done one more. Maybe not. Okay. In terms of decks that I have used, I'm just gonna switch this over a little bit. Okay. In terms of decks that I've used this month, should just left this one open. Okay. So apparently it's going to take me multiple tries to get through this video. So I had purchased this deck, which is the Radiant Wise Spirit, and I know you may have heard me talk about Rider-Waite-Smith and my feelings about it. I really did not like it. I didn't like the original one that I had. I found the yellows very offensive. This one here I decided to give a try because I do want to continue studying with it, and I want to be able to have all the symbols that are in the RWS in my deck. I just don't want to offend my eyes. And this deck does it for me. Actually, I've spent quite a bit of time with it this month, or in the month of October. The colors are much more muted, and hopefully my dog doesn't start going crazy because I see a dog outside. Anyway, yeah, the colors are much more to my liking, and the lines are a bit heavy, but that's okay. I won't go through that entire thing, but I do like it. I edged it in this kind of an orange that matches the backs. And I'm sorry if you can hear if you can hear my dog going crazy right now. Alright. The other deck that I have used, this is not in a very pretty shape right now, but this is my Dark Mansion Tarot. And it's not in order again because I have been using it, so I love this deck so much. The backs, in case anyone is interested, are these backs. I know you can get them in different backs now. I don't think you could when I bought this one, but anyways, maybe you could, and I just don't remember. But I adore this deck. Love that card. Love that Ace of Pentacles. Anyway, I won't go through I'm not going to do a full walkthrough. If anyone does want to walk through for any of these, please do let me know. Anyway, I have found this deck to provide me with some great readings. I really enjoyed it. Okay, that's that one. I have used my Lucy Cavendish Oracle, Les Vampires. Not very much, just for a couple of readings or to add some context. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the cards and not at the screen to see what is actually on screen. I really enjoy this oracle. I do read it with the guidebook. This is one that I also edged in the brown to match the back. These are very, very glossy. Okay, moving on. Okay, so this deck here I have had on my desk. I wanted to use this month, and it is the Deviant Moon. Oops. The Deviant Moon deck, which I really like. I have not actually used this for any readings yet. I am not sure why, to be honest with you. It's been on my desk the entire time, but somehow I just never found myself reaching for it. So I'm gonna leave it on my desk, and hopefully I will. I'm not gonna I'll take this after, but I'll hopefully get to it in this month. The other deck that I have used this month is one I very much enjoy, which is my Zombie Tarot. See if I can fix that. Hopefully that's a little bit brighter. Okay. I love this High Priestess, by the way. Everyone has seen this. I find it very, some of the images are disturbing. I don't like the children zombies, but I find it very clever. I don't like that card either. But anyways, I find it very clever. I enjoy this deck quite a bit, so I have used this one quite a bit this month. Okay. And finally, the other deck I've used is my Santa Muerte. I find this deck, I know some people I know there are some issues with it around cultural appropriation and whatnot, and there's some things that apparently aren't correct, but I have found this deck to provide me with some really lovely readings, and readings that really get to the heart of the matter. So I have enjoyed using this quite a bit. As disturbing as those other issues are, I've just found this deck to really cut through the matter in a pretty matter-of-fact way. And I love that Queen of Pentacles. Anyway, I've done a bunch of work-related readings with this, and I've enjoyed that very much. Okay, I'll put that one in its wrap later. This one just came in. This is the latest deck that came in. I'm still waiting for a couple that I had backed on Kickstarter quite a while ago, so I'll show those when they arrive. But this one I decided to purchase because I want to. I do want to study it and work with it. So that is that. The other things I did this month are, I showed my Forest of Enchantment before, and I edged it in a forest green color. And actually the marker that I used is this one. Bic. Okay. Can I say how annoying this cardstock is? I don't know if it's just my deck or what, but I think this deck was cut very poorly, and it was like it was cut on an angle or something, so you could actually, when I was edging it, well, first of all, the feeling of the cardstock before I edged it was horrible. There's some really sharp edges, some not so sharp, and it was kind of reinforced when I went to edge it, because in some cases I had to do it twice because it would get one of the plies but not the other ply, and that was further reinforced by the fact that there was quite a bit of bleed. Now, I didn't cut these, right? These were here, you can see here, actually, sorry. For example, and along the edge here, it did definitely bled into the card. The only reason I'm not returning this and getting another version is because I find that it doesn't detract. The cards are so green anyways, I find that it doesn't detract from the cards. But it does bug me. So you can see there. I can see that if I had trimmed this and damaged the edges of the cards myself, then, maybe I couldn't really say anything. But in this case, I didn't. They came this way. Let's see if I can find one where it's pretty bad. Of course, when you're looking for something, you can never find it, right? You can see here, actually, the brown, the green. I don't know how well you can see that. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to let it go. Okay. 2 more things that I did. 1. I had ordered the Metaphysician's Planner from Benebell Wen, and I ordered along with that the extra mini Spirit Keepers tarot that you print yourself, and I have gone ahead and printed that. Now you'll notice these are, it's like here. Here's my, let's see if I can do it this way. Here's my Forest of Enchantment tarot. So it's obviously clearly bigger than what was intended to be printed. And let me see if I can pull out. Sorry, bear with me for 1 second. Can I get it? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm just going to show you the size they actually print at is this size. So bigger. So I printed these. These are lovely. This was just a test page. They're absolutely lovely. I just found it very difficult to actually look at the images and see anything because it is so small. So all I did was print it at double size so that I would have a card that I could actually see without binoculars. And you know, it is paper, right? It's a very light, flimsy cardstock. Now when you do this, it doesn't work out perfectly because it's not meant to be this way. We'll see if I can find a card, but some of them don't line up properly, right? So you can see there, for example, and I think that's a function, you know, the space at the top. I think that's a function of the fact that I did blow it up. You can see the bottom as well. Some of the words are, I mean, you can still see them, but some of them are cut off, right? So you can see here, for example. The backs are lovely, and again, because I blew it up, they don't line up properly. So you could see the design is a bit off center. Actually here you can see both of these cards, actually 3 cards here. You can see that the back didn't line up perfectly with the card, and that's all fine. That's strictly because I did what wasn't intended. It wasn't intended for that, but it's fine. It's just for me, and it is only so that I can actually see what's happening in the cards. I was not lucky enough to score a full-size version of this deck, and of course it's out of print now, and I can't get it. I think it was the problem was the shipping was just so much. It was like half the cost of the deck or something. So this at least allows me to get into it. I do plan on getting a full-size version at some point, but this at least allows me to start studying this deck, and you know, hopefully then when I finally do get a full-size version, I will be a little bit more in tune with what's going on. Okay, and finally, last thing I want to chat about is, actually, sorry, 2 last things. So we talked about, sorry, I'm going to reach over here. I showed you this, which is my amazing Solabusca. Sorry, I know that image is troubling to some people. Sorry if my desk is a big disaster. Anyway, I've talked before about how much I adore this deck, and it did come with a guidebook, which doesn't really provide a whole lot of info, in my opinion. And I had ordered the book called The Game of Saturn from Scarlet Imprint, which is a proper full study. And actually, I'm gonna have to jostle you just a little bit because this is resting on top of the book. So I finally received it this week. It took it took well over a month. I'm sorry. It took well over a month to get to me. I have not even had a chance to crack it open. I just got it the other day and I've been very busy. But this book is all about decoding the Solobusca Tarot. So it's huge. I ordered the paperback version because the hardback was not available. And I plan on... Oh, of course, sorry. The one that I show happens to be the one that people don't find very disturbing. I apologize for that. But I plan to really do an in-depth study with this and in my deck. So I'm so happy that this came in. One last thing. I'm sorry this video is very long and I've been rambling. One last thing that I have been working on, and I'm going to apologize again because I planned very poorly, and this iPad is mounted on top of what I want to show you. So I'm going to just move this and I'm going to hold it. And I tried something out. I tried making my own book. Sorry. Trying to do this one-handed. Okay. It is large. So I mean, this is a total experiment. I've never done this before, but I didn't have the proper tools. But and I'm actually not completely finished because I have to finish off the inside. But it's like I said, it's not totally finished, but I made a book. School, I added a bookmark. I kind of screwed up the instructions a bit, but I love it anyways. It was an experiment. I'm gonna try one with leather at some point, but there it is. Anyway, that is all that I have been working on this month, and next month I hope to have a little bit more info, more in the readings side of things. But until next time, my friends, Tarot Your Truth. Let me know. Have you ever tried making a book? Have you made any tarot cozies for yourself or tarot wraps? What are your purchases? I'd love to hear. And until next time, my friends, I'm going to go see what my dog is barking at. Tarot Your Truth.